Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be a hopefully repair video on a Gallagher B260. It's a little 2.6 joule stored battery powered unit. It's an older, this particular one's a 2005 model, so 05 is the year it was built. So it's almost getting close to 20 years old, 18-year-old unit. Came in just for repair. They made an older model called a B250, looked just like this one, but it was a purple colored case. Same guts basically, but a different case. And they went to the B260 probably back in the late 90s, or somewhere in that range. But they share the same parts. But the comparable unit to this one today by Gallagher would be either you drop down a size to the MBS 200, which is a 2-store joule, or you jump up a size to the MBS 400, which is a 4-store joule. So this is kind of a in-between model roughly, and those units aren't that cheap, so I don't know what they go for exactly, but they're not cheap. But there's our information you'd like to send us to Finster to look at. We'd be happy to take a peek at for you. We give free quotes. There are links down below in the description area for videos. You can click on, take right to our website. But if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button as well. Here's how you get the thing open. Some of the plug-in models and battery models had this same case design back in the day, and some had a little screw down in the front. The battery units don't, but the plug-in models did. They're T20 security Torx screw. But after you get that screw out of there, the thing still won't come apart unless something's broke. That keeps the case together. There's a little tab down inside this little slot right there. So take a flat screwdriver, put your tip of your screwdriver on top of that tab, and you lift up on the handle, which pushes the tip of the screwdriver down. And take another screwdriver, I got the Phillips, and you go down this little recessed area right there, and you push. I need a flat screwdriver. Let me get another one. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, that'll work. So we go on top there. Once you get to push this part of it away, you should just be able to grab it by going and pull. Pretty kind of dirty unit. That's 12 volt, plus it's a 2005 model, so it's been around a while. Someone's tried to jerry rig a fuse in there. I'm sure that did its job with a piece of foil around it. But that's like a equivalent to a 50 amp fuse. It takes a 1 amp 250 volt fuse to go in there. Looks like the fuse is blown. Probably the reason why they did that was because the fuse was blown. Put some aluminum foil around there to basically take up the slack, because aluminum, is metal, it'll conduct. Let's put our meter across there. Yeah, fuse bad. Well, put another fuse in there, and I'm missing a little cap on it that holds the fuse. So we got another fuse already in there. I don't know if that was a good or bad one, but I know this is a brand new one. So we'll stick that inside here. Got the factory transformer still in it, 05. So the factory transformer, the board's 2010, so the board's been changed at some point in time. Let's I've got 13 volts running to it. Flip the switch on. Well, it's working. It's clicking kind of funny. Let's take this board out real quick. Now, water damage. You see all the corrosion down inside there. See the rust stuff here, rust down there. This thing's pretty messy. Alright, so what we need to do first, we need to do some cleaning. And we gotta possibly have to replace this capacitor, or we'll test it. We need to probably clean it and replace those little terminal contacts on the capacitor, so we'll get this out of there. This thing's already broken anyways, so let's pop that off, pop that out of there. Yeah, look at that. Let's check this capacitor real quick. Put on the meter, put on capacitance. Test capacitor. You need to, if your meter has it or not, I don't know. Some meters do, some meters don't. It's not ohms, not continuity, not diode, not AC DC voltage. It's that little yellow symbol above my finger. That's a symbol for capacitors. So this is a 20 microfarad capacitor. There's no polarity to it. So we're just going to go across it. 17. Show you again. 17.8. So it's fine. It's good enough that we can reuse it. But we are, ooh, not now. Look at that little terminal's all about half ate off. Now we just replace it. Alright. There's one problem right there. The capacitors blew off the board. You can see the terminal that used to be soldered on is broken. What size is that? Power up my soldering iron. I'm going to go get another capacitor, both for here, and we're going to go and replace this one too since it's all ate up. I think we clean that up, put that on there, put a new capacitor on there. I think we'll be good to go. We'll go find some of my parts. Alright, so this capacitor I'm going to use, it's the same kind, same type, but it's higher voltage capacity. And this capacitor we're going to stick inside there to replace that cylinder one is going to be this one here. It's just it's more cost effective than what Gallagher wants for their parts. Alright. And it's the same rating and everything. So let's do some cleaning here real quick, and then we'll start doing some desoldering and stuff. Come on. Come on. All right, so let's get a desolder braid out. Go over here. We're going to suck the solder off this spot here. that one. So that go in the trash. Let's get this little drill bit here. We're going to drill a hole through the board where the other one used to be. Clean that spot up a little bit. Put this back on top like that. Prop that down right there so the unit stays in place. Take the solder iron, we'll solder everything back on. Take this capacitor, we're going to set it right there. Now I need some wire. And you don't need a whole lot. That'll be enough. Get that case back on there. Get that case back on there. Say I got, I did find some 6,000 modules as well, 6,009 modules as well. Yeah, if it's about 3:30, I'd go and take a shower. Okay. I want to try to leave here around 4-ish. I want to try to leave here around 4-ish to go pick them up. Alright, so we'll strip off this one end right now. Now what we'll do is we're going to add solder to the top 2 tabs on this capacitor, as well as the 2 wires. And heat the 2 up together. There is no polarity to this capacitor as long as you put 1 wire on the right, 1 wire on the left. Doesn't matter if it's upper or lower. I do have a little extra on here, so I'm going to cut off just some of it. So I still have plenty to work with. I'm going to strip off a little bit on each one, and I'm going to get a couple male spade connectors here, non-insulated type, and I'm going to put them on here and crimp them on there. Get my crimping tool out. All right. Let's take these. Well, here, let's get this board kind of started into where we want it. And then we'll, as we're setting it down, we're going to take these two little tabs here, plug them up to those two little slots that the old capacitor used to plug in at. And then we should be able to press it down into place. Okay, I'm going to look at these switches real quick. There's a set of dip switches right here, a set of 4. You look over here, it tells you what these different settings are. So right now they've got set at 1, 2, and 3 up and 4 down. So 1, 2, and 3 are over here. So they got a maximum save. So that means daytime and nighttime they'll flash slow. That's to conserve battery. And there's a little sensor right there. This little bulb has a photo sensor. The red one here is your low battery light. So number 4 switch is down, so they got it over here for number 4 is a slow pulse. So it's well, it's kind of silly. So it'll be pulsing slow whether it's day or night, and it's going to be pulsing slow whether the battery's good or not. So I don't know about that one. Maybe I'll talk to them. Maybe we push number 4 up, and where it pulses, it'll stop pulsing if the battery gets too low. So let's just apply power to it. Which is I did, and we'll turn the switch on. Sounds healthy, sounds pretty normal. I think we need to fix up the battery connections a little bit because it had a red light like showing low battery there for a moment. So I think our connections are a little weak. So I was thinking it's not getting 13 volt. Must be thinking it's getting like 11 or something like that. Should be right around 6,000 volts or so, 6.5. So that's good. So I'm going to go in there. I see this connector right there is all rusted. So we'll pull that off, and we'll change out that spade connector with a new one. Now that capacitor's it's got a big old charge built up in, I'm sure. Come on. So all you gotta do, and I'll probably go ahead and change out both those connectors. That one's not as bad, but probably change out that spade connector there. That one there, we'll spray it down, clean it up, put some dielectric grease on there. Probably put some dielectric grease on all 4 of the tabs, the transformer. These ones look pretty good, so I won't worry about too much of those. So I'll put dielectric grease on all 4 of these tabs, on the transformer, as well as the upper and lower one over here. You can see all the rust down there, so this has got water in it at some point in time. But other than that, I think we'll be ready to go. I think we'll be able to save this guy a bunch of money on buying a new one and be good to go in the future. So we will give them a call, and I'm sure they'll fix it a lot cheaper than buying a new one. So we saved another unit from the trash heap. This went to Gallagher. Gallagher was just sorry sir, we don't sell that board anymore. You have to buy a new unit, and here's 10% off. Okay, 10% off of $400. Oh yeah, I'm saving a bunch of money. All right, well, until next time, see you guys later on. Have a good rest of your day.